You're listening to TIMESTAND the Theory.
Hi everyone. Today we are going to talk about the 3 pillars of corporate sustainability. The 3 pillars of corporate sustainability refers to an approach to conducting business that creates sustainable, long-term shareholder, employee, consumer, and societal value by pursuing responsible environmental, social, and economic strategies. It's necessary to learn about the 3 pillars of a corporate sustainability strategy: the environmental, the socially responsible, and the economic. They are referred to as pillars because, together, they support sustainable goals. Sustainability is often defined as meeting the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet theirs. Broadly speaking, a company implements sustainable practices by reducing its consumption of limited resources, or finding alternative resources with, for example, fewer environmental consequences. Sustainability's 3 main pillars represent the environment, social responsibility, and the economic. The first pillar is environment. The environmental pillar often gets the most attention. Many companies are focused on reducing their carbon footprints, packaging waste, water usage, and other damage to the environment. Besides helping the planet, these practices can have a positive financial impact. For example, reducing the use of packaging materials can reduce spending and improve fuel efficiency. For example, Walmart keyed in on packaging through its Zero Waste initiative. It pushed for less packaging throughout its supply chain and for more of that packaging to be sourced from recycled or reused materials. One of the challenges with the environmental pillar is that a business's impact is often not fully costed. This means that there are externalities that are not reflected in consumer prices. The all-in costs of wastewater, carbon dioxide, land reclamation, and waste in general are not easy to calculate because companies are not always the ones on the hook for the waste they produce. The practice of benchmarking tries to quantify those externalities so that progress in reducing them can be tracked and reported in a meaningful way. The second pillar is social. The social pillar ties to the concept of social license. A sustainable business should have the support and approval of its employees, stakeholders, and the community it operates in. How such support is secured and maintained varies, but it comes down to treating employees fairly and being a good neighbor and community member, both locally and globally. On the employee end, businesses can refocus on retention and engagement strategies. These can include more responsive benefits such as better maternity and family benefits, flexible scheduling, and education and development opportunities. For community engagement, companies have come up with many ways to give back, including fundraising, sponsorship, scholarships, and investment in local public projects. On a global social scale, a business needs to be aware of how its supply chain functions. Is child labor involved in manufacturing products? Are people being paid fairly? Is the work environment safe? Many large retailers have struggled with this in the face of public outrage over work-related tragedies, such as the Bangladesh factory collapse, that can reveal unaccounted for risks. The third pillar is economic. The economic pillar of sustainability is where most businesses feel they are on firmer ground. To be sustainable, a business must be profitable. That said, profit cannot trump the other two pillars. In fact, profit at any cost is not what the economic pillar concerns. It's about compliance, proper governance, and risk management. While most North American companies typically incorporate such activities, they are not the global standard. Sometimes, this pillar is called the governance pillar, as in the ESG acronym. This refers to boards of directors and management aligning with shareholders' interests as well as those of the company's community, value chains, and customers. For example, investors may want to feel certain that a company uses accurate and transparent accounting methods, and that stockholders are given an opportunity to vote on important issues. They may also want assurances that companies avoid conflicts of interest in their choice of board members, don't use political contributions to obtain unduly favorable treatment, and, of course, don't engage in illegal practices. It is the inclusion of the economic pillar and the acceptance of profit that makes it possible for corporations to consider and agree to sustainability strategies. The economic pillar provides a counterweight to extreme measures that corporations are sometimes pushed to adopt, such as abandoning fossil fuels or chemical fertilizers instantly rather than in phases. The main question for investors and executives is whether or not sustainability is an advantage for a company. Properly implemented, it certainly can be. Sustainability strategies have been borrowed from other successful business movements, such as Kaizen, community engagement, the BHAG, Big Hairy Audacious Goal, talent acquisition, and more. Sustainability provides a larger purpose and some new deliverables for companies to strive for. It can help them renew their commitments to basic goals such as efficiency, sustainable growth, and shareholder value. Perhaps more importantly, a sustainability strategy that is publicly shared can deliver hard-to-quantify benefits such as public goodwill and a better reputation. If it helps a company get credit for things they are already doing, then why not? For some companies, sustainability represents an opportunity to organize diverse efforts under one umbrella concept and gain public credit for it. For other companies, sustainability means facing business practices that ultimately could have a negative impact on their operations. For the companies that cannot point to an overall vision to improve themselves vis-a-vis the three pillars, there is, as yet, no real market consequence. However, sustainability and a public commitment to its essential business practices may grow to equal the importance of compliance for publicly traded companies. If this comes to pass, then companies lacking a sustainability plan could see a market penalty. In today's complex and challenging world, corporate sustainability can be a worthwhile goal given the potential benefits for a company, its employees and customers, its shareholders, the greater community, and the planet. As you consider the topic, reflect on people, planet, purpose, and profit. These have become interchangeable with the three pillars. In fact, they may prove more useful when explaining sustainability because they break down the pillars' overarching categories into more descriptive and meaningful watchwords. The original three pillars of people, planet, and profit were created by corporate sustainability advocate John Elkington in the 1990s. They were a way to underscore the growing importance of a triple bottom line, rather than the conventional, single bottom line of profit. Purpose has been added in recent years to reflect the interest of a growing number of consumers in a company's organizational purpose and the difference it desires to make in its community where social and environmental impacts are concerned. Corporate sustainability reporting is a process whereby companies regularly publish sustainability goals and their progress in achieving them. This helps the public understand how a company is contributing to a sustainable global economy. Sustainability reports may include information about the company's use of resources, the positive and negative effects of their operations on the environment, and their strategies to become more sustainable in the future. The economic, or governance, pillar of sustainability involves practices such as honest accounting, transparency, and regulatory compliance. These practices can keep a company's values in line with those of society at large. It can be important for a company to align with values of the community, value chains, and end users. In addition to the social benefits of serving the community and environment, sustainable practices can also advance corporate profits in the long term. For example, adopting policies that benefit their employees and the community can generate goodwill for a company. They may also increase the disposable income of potential customers. This can result in more new customers buying the company's products. Its goal is to change business practices from those that may damage the environment, negatively affect aspects of society, and obscure a company's financial data and methods of operating into business practices that have positive, long-lasting effects for all concerned in all three areas. Now it's your turn. How can you apply the theory of comparative advantage into the business with one example from your understanding? Please provide your answer below the comment of TIMESTAND. If this theory benefits you, please subscribe and hit the notification bell for the next theory. Thank you and see you in class.